Wednesday, you guys are here for the comics. So we're live on twitch.tv/there-can-be-only Vaughn for the comic talk. Welcome back, guys. I just have a hat on, whatever. I can have some fun too. Guys, we got our LCS pulls for this week, the second week of December. And you know what that means? Most people don't. It was a huge week for Spawn. Spawn, Batman #1, the one-shot DC Image collaboration came out this week with a slew of covers. There's even a Barnes & Noble's cover that's like $12 retail or something, already selling for about $30 online on the eBays. If you have a Barnes & Noble's near you, I don't have one near me. I think the closest one's like 40 minutes away. Go pick up a copy or two for me. I would really appreciate it if you can find Batman Spawn. But also Image is rolling out their second week of Spawn crossover covers all across their titles. So be on the lookout for that if you're a huge Spawn or Todd McFarlane fan. Let's go ahead and get into those LCS pulls, and then we got some other books to show you from last week and some variants from Big Time Collectibles. So, as always, LCS, we'll start with the reprints. We have a reprint here, second print of the Riddler, Year 1, issue #1. Next up, another second print here, Crypt of Shadows. This is the first appearance of Blade's daughter. So that will be a ghost of a book. And it looks exactly like the first print. It's just Crypt of Shadows is a different color. Next up, we have the facsimile for Ultimate Comics Spider-Man issue #1, the first ongoing for Miles Morales. After that, we'll get into the new books here. Amazing Spider-Man issue #15, second part of Dark Web. Art Brut. Maxwell Prince's first story that's finally getting printed. I think this is like a digital series or something like that. So the book's been out for a while, but they put it to print. And this is the Ice Cream Man issue #1 homage. Next up, Danger Street by Tom King, finally coming out. This book was supposed to come out way back in February, and they just kept pushing it back. So good to see that there. Next up, we have the A cover for Wonder Woman 794. I believe we also have the Spawn Jim Chung variant cover coming up here, which is next. So this one I really like because Jim Chung is just fantastic. He was at Baltimore Comic Con. I got a chance to say hi. So great artist. Next up, these are the Image Spawn covers I was talking about. So first up, we got 10,000 Black Feathers issue #4, the Spawn variant. Some of these Spawn variants are fire. Some of them are campy because it fits the exterior of the book, like Ice Cream Man 33 here. Spawn on the top of the ice cream truck. Next up, there's two of these, which I thought was pretty cool. Probably the only book that got two different Spawn covers here. Radiant Black, issue #20. So there's the first one, and here's the second one here. This one's pretty cool too. I guess the chat isn't scrolling for the Twitch chat, so I apologize for it lagging their chat room. Hell to Pay, issue #2 there. And now we're getting into those Batman Spawn books, the DC Image collaboration. This is the Greg Capullo B cover with Spawn over Batman. The A cover has Batman over Spawn. Then we have the color Todd McFarlane cover. There is also a 1 in 100 black and white, I believe, of the same cover. This is a glow-in-the-dark Greg Capullo cover. We're going to turn off the lights so you guys can see that. We picked up the blank cover here. The Todd one. You like the Todd one? This one is an acetate cover. I think this is Jim Chung as well. Actually, I'm not really sure, but pretty cool one. Yeah, the blank ones, and apologize to the YouTube people. I can still see my Twitch chat as this is live, so I can answer the Twitch chat if you think I'm just talking to myself. But a viewer, Mr. Liquid1701, said he likes the blank variant there. So the blank ones are cool because you can bring those to conventions, artist shows, and have artists or just friends even like sketch something onto the on those covers, which is pretty cool. Hot stuff. Okay, so these were in the 4 for $10 bins. So that wasn't supposed to play just now while I'm doing this. I thought I had those paused. Well, there you go, YouTube. Usually stuff like that isn't supposed to pop up. All right, so we have, I bought a couple of these hot stuff. So we have 12-cent issues of hot stuff from Harvey's from the 60s. So issue 87 here. And then we have 86 and 90 as well. Let me show you guys those here. So there's 86 shooting the basketball. And then 90 blowing out that birthday cake. All 12 centers, so I think that's pretty cool. And 4 for 10, I mean, I think those... In the condition, I mean, issue 90, you could probably go for $8, and even the other two, like 12 to 15. This one was pretty cool. Another 12 center here from Gold Key. This is Dr. Solar. This is issue number 5. So I'd say it's about a 4.0 grade there. Good, you know, very good. And what's key about this is that this is the first time that he dons that famous Dr. Solar suit. So that's a first appearance there. I don't think anyone was paying attention to that. Oof. Yeah, more books over here than I thought. All right. So what we got? Big Time Collectibles, and then I'm going to show you guys books from last week from my comic shop. So first up, I think these came in a collection here. This is a Wizard World Indianapolis Comic Con convention exclusive for Walking Dead issue number 1. So I wanted to show you guys that. And then we have issue 115. This is the Previews World exclusive to New York Comic Con for All Out War. I believe that's what the event was, correct? Yep. Cool. All right, first up, we have the Masafara Spider-Man variant. And then what's cool about this is it's a connecting variant here. So we have issue 1 of Spider-Man, I believe it's the Dan Slott book that has the Spider-Verse and Moreland as a character that people hate. And then issue number 2. So it's supposed to kind of go like that. Let me fix that there. As you can see. So issue 1 and issue 2 by Masafara, they're like a connecting variant, which is pretty cool. And then they also have a version of that as well that you can get. Next up, this is a 4th printing exclusive to BTC of 8 Billion Genies number 1. It is a 4th print though. So this is the black and white silhouette version because there's obviously color on it, right? Next up, Miles Morales also got a new number 1. So John Jang did this awesome Miles Morales cover here for the new issue number 1. And not only do we have the trade dress, we have that Virgin as well. Virgin. Next up, another BTC. Stephanie Hans on the Yoda number 1. Beautiful cover. Then we, I think these are from 2018, but I wanted to pick them up. I thought I missed out on this Elvira series, so I picked up a few of the covers that they did have. So this is issue number 2. This is a Robert Hack Virgin variant there of Elvira. And I thought this one was really neat. This is the A cover, but this is issue number 9, and it was drawn by Kevin Eastman of Ninja Turtles fame. So I just thought it was cool. I think sometimes Eastman doesn't do the best drawings, but I just dig his style still. So I'd like to pick up his books whenever he does something outside of the realm of Ninja Turtles. All right, next up we have a copy of Extreme X-Men number 1. This is the 1 in 5 variant. Then we got the Christy Zulo cat variant. She's been doing a lot of these recently. So Extreme X-Men number 1 with everyone is shown as a feline there. Pretty cool cover. He'll like the first one. Sonic the Hedgehog here. Issue 55, the retail incentive cover. I'm just kind of picking those up because I think nobody buys those 1 in 10s. They're going to be ghosts. A new Radiant, I forgot what the universe was called for this series, but there's Radiant Black, there's Radiant Red, and now Radiant Pink, with more to come. So this is issue number 1 of Radiant Pink. Then we have another copy of Dark Web, issue number 1. I just thought this was cool because this is an homage to issue 100 of ASM, I believe. Next up, Taurin Clark on issue 1 of Spider-Man here with them kissing there. Can't remember what Vulture's, what her name was again. Man, I can't believe it's slipping my mind right now. One of Peach Momoko's best recent covers here, Ghost Rider issue number 9. Some Jay Lee love, so we picked this up. We have no idea what Family Time is about, but I love Jay Lee, so much so that we ended up buying the Virgin as well. I think that was a 1 in 5 on that Virgin. Next up, the finale, Do a Powerbomb issue number 7. Fantastic stuff from Daniel Warren Johnson. Can't recommend that enough. You get the trade paperback for that. I highly recommend reading that book. Next up, we have Noctera, the Val special. This is a Tula Lotte cover. So always picking up Miss Lotte because she's just phenomenal. And speaking of Lotte, here we go. Know Your Station, issue number 1. More of that Tule goodness there. You can definitely tell when you see a cover of hers that it is some Lotte. Next up, we have the Ultraviolet version of Vampirella versus Red Sonja, issue number 2 from Parillo. I don't really like this one as much just because you can't, like, in the normal A cover of this book, like, her ass is definitely accentuated, and you kind of miss it here. But it is a sexy cover. I even ordered a Virgin copy of that, so hopefully we'll get it in the next few weeks. They tend to send those a little later. Next up, I've been really digging this weird book here, Sarah Lone from Sumerian Publishing. These books are like not cut in the normal comic book size, but there's a lot of story in this book. It's been really good. Issue number 5 of Predator. Didn't see this cover at the store, so I went ahead and ordered it. Then we have a Poison Ivy, Dan Panosian. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Issue number 7. We got some more Poison Ivy coming right up. I'll show you guys that in a second. But last week was the big return to Gargoyles with Dynamite Entertainment. So we had to pick up some variants here. So we got this great VHS cover variant here for Gargoyles. Because as we know, it was a 90s property. Not 1, but 2. So being in that VCR cassette, that, what do they call them? The clamshell, is pretty cool. Here we got Tony Fleeks and Tris Forstner on the Virgin variant there for Gargoyles. Then we have the throwback edition to make it look like that Gargoyles number 1 that Marvel did back in the 90s. Very cool to have that book. Of course, it is the new number 1. And then they did this like Gargoyle Select the Icon cover. So we picked up 2 Icon covers. Pretty cool book there. Here is the cover A in the black and white, muted, David Nakayama. Then we also got one in Lucio Parillo. Man, gorgeous. And if you didn't think you didn't get a good look, I'll give you a good look. The Virgin 1 in 100. Beautiful. Dude normally paints women. Well, when he gets a chance to do something like this, absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. Got to get that in Mylar ASAP, being a 1 in 100. And then these are the big boy variants that we got. Well, some of them not so much, but they came in a different box. So first up, love Art Adams. So here's the Kitty Pryde Shadow Cat Immortal X-Men issue number 9, 1 in 25. Next up, Death Rage issue number 5. This is the 1 in 25. The B cover is also the same girl wearing the nurse scientist outfit, I guess. But for the 1 in 25, her bra is showing. Next up, Born of Blood, the 1 in 25, issue number 3. This one came out like 2 weeks after issue 3 came out, so I'm not sure what the delay was on that one, but picked it up. Next up, Batman and the Joker Deadly Duo, issue number 2. So I got last week's Mark Silvestri black and white, last month's with Harley Quinn chewing the bubble gum. And this one is just a Batman Silvestri doing great with the black and white, with the pencils. Okay, I told you about that Poison Ivy, right? We showed you guys the Josh Middleton from last week. This is the 1 in 50 foil Middleton. It's absolutely a stunner here. I know it's foiled, but Man, Middleton can paint. Probably Middleton's best cover ever. And I love his Batgirl 24. But, this cover is phenomenal. Next up, you guys will recognize this. The Legend of Quested. This is Whatnot Publishing Quested issue number 1. The Legend of Zelda homage variant here. Very cool. Looks exactly like the cover of the game. You had to have that. As a gamer, we have to have that. Next up, Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur issue number 1, the 1 in 25. You know what's funny about a lot of these books? They were trending this last week on CBSI, the Comic Book Invest top 10 list. And I'm showing you a lot of these books. Next up, 2 copies of Know Your Station, because we can't have a King Midas video, the Vaughn and Only, without some Jenny Frizen. So here's the 1 in 25, and for whatever reason, the 1 in 50 had the Know Your Station trade dress on it. So had to get them both. Boom! And last but not least, shout out to DJ Lynx, because I'm going to show you his boy, the holder of the Infinity Gauntlet himself. You know, we had to pick up that 1 in 100 because EM Gist was on was on that cover art. Thanos Death Notes issue number 1. This book is already going for way more than I paid for it. I think this is going to be a ghost. Not too many people have this, and I'm glad to show you guys, because I'm the variant hunter. We got to get the best of the best when we can. I was glad to get my hands on it, because I know they didn't have more than 2-3 copies of this book. So there it is in all its glory. Glad to be the owner. Already got it in that Mylar too. That's going to do it, guys. This is all the comic books for December 14th. A little late because we were out of town for a couple days, but glad that everything came in safe and sound. Really happy that I'm always getting to show the kind of books that we get circulate through the casa here. And hopefully some of these stuff start rolling into the flea market as I continue to put them in the boxes that I sell there. So if there's anything you're looking for, feel free to hit me up. I probably have the books that you're looking for. That being said, thank you so much for tuning in. You guys do all that great social media stuff. Follow, like, subscribe. And until next time, you bag and board your comics. We'll see you then. Cheers.